What's up, guys? It's your boy Pacifist here, playing another episode of Law and Order's Legacies. If you're here watching the first episode, thank you for continuing and supporting my legal endeavors, Kappa. If you're here tuning in for the first time for the second episode, I would recommend you watch the first one. I have no idea if this continue on, like the cases, if it ties on or not. But if it does, then I would recommend you watch the first episode. If not, and you don't wish not to watch the first episode, and you just want to watch the second episode, then feel free to. But anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna proceed on. I have no idea what's in store for me. Okay, so I got 2.5 stars for the first episode. I mean, I did fuck up, so whatever. You know, it's not a pacifist stream or video if he doesn't fuck up, so it's all good. What's this? Total schools. So I have no idea what that is, but okay. Maybe I have played this already. I can't remember. I don't remember finishing this game.
Equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
If I did, it must have been like years ago, because I can't remember the story at all.
Coming, sweetie. Shh. Mommy's here, Noah.
Oh shit.
Neil? That you?
Did you see anything when you opened the door? Anybody on the street? A car?
No, nothing at all. At first I thought it was some kind of prank, but then I looked down and saw Neil.
Okay. Yeah, that's all the questions for now.
Guessing that was a husband who died.
Frank.
Yeah, well, sounds like he was a real cut-up.
I'm assuming he died, I don't know. Or brutally attacked. But anyways, Detective Pack reporting for duty. Just another day trying to solve some crimes and cases. What's in store for me? That's me typing away on my
What's that?
mechanical
Goulash?
keyboard.
Get it out of here, Ray, for God's sake.
What's the matter? Doesn't smell too bad to me.
No, it smells too good. Julia's got me on a health food diet. She's got this crazy idea high blood pressure is a bad thing.
Sounds like a real nut. I give it 3 weeks.
The diet or Julia?
Both.
Rogers just dropped off the report on Neil Jensen. Exsanguination.
Poor guy bled to death.
Well, that would explain all the red stuff.
Lieutenant Van Buren can supply valuable information about the case. Ask her about the victim's wounds by selecting the topic line. Okay.
How many cuts we talking about?
Over a dozen, but most of them are superficial. Victim bled out from a deep laceration to the femoral artery.
Did the wounds match the cause of death? I think so, because they said it was bled to death. He bled to death, right? Poor guy bled to death. So if you cut the artery, it makes sense, no? Yeah. I'm no doctor, but you know, if you cut the artery, I would assume that someone would bleed to death. Well, death, we thought the cause of death was extermination. No, she didn't say that. Vinrun said the cause of death was another. No, she didn't say it. Fatal loss of blood. Fatal loss of oxygen is blood, right? Yeah, we smart. We got 1 stars already, boys. On our way to glory. On our way to the top. Rising to the top. Lieutenant Van Buren can help reveal more information about Neil Jensen's murder. Ask her about any of these new topics. Okay. New topics being revealed. Time of death.
Time of death?
4:17 a.m. Apparently, the guy was still alive when his wife found him, but just barely. Blood trail leads down to the curb, then disappears.
Well, at least he got to die at home. When did he get wounded?
Around 2.
Slow bleeder.
We've all got problems.
Jensen died instantly from the wounds. Well, he was there by 4:17 and said that he got stabbed around 2, or whatever. His artery got lacerated at 2. Obviously, it's not instantly because it took 2 hours for him to crawl back home. No. Briscoe said he may be attacked by midget vampires. It said it took him hours for him to bleed out. Reports said it took him 2 hours to bleed out. Reports said he died before his wife found him. It's federal, I think. Yeah. If this is what it takes to be an NA cop, then, you know, where do I sign up?
What do we know about the
Easy
weapon?
peasy.
Switchblade
For
maybe?
now, anyway.
Right length, but Roger says it was curved, like a scythe.
Our victim was done in by a midget Grim Reaper.
Physical evidence.
Anything we can use to ID the perp?
No fingerprints, but it appears some of the blood on Jensen's clothes wasn't his own.
Our
Wow.
victim got in a few good jabs before he went down, huh? What does the lab have to say?
Results aren't back yet. Any minute now. Van Buren. Uh-huh. Really? How do they... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Elliptical and nucleated.
Facial
Got it.
expressions.
Well, let us know if you find out anything else.
Oh, nice PCs.
That was the
Back in the
lab.
old days.
Elliptical and nucleated?
The red blood cells? Turns out it's not human. It's bird blood.
What kind of bird?
A dead one, I'm guessing.
The victim was stabbed with a pelican.
Yeah, we don't need to replay scenes. I think I got 4 marks there. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing catching these red herrings. If anyone
Hold
knows,
off a minute, Lenny.
feel free to
I
drop
got
a
something.
comment below.
What?
The Jensen's nanny. She's waiting to catch a bus, but I don't see it coming yet.
Then let's not waste any time.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Alright, we're interviewing her. Ask her about
Where were you Wednesday morning at 2 a.m.?
In bed. Where else?
Here?
I only work days. I live in Bedford-Stuy. Check with my parents if you don't believe me.
plausible. I don't know what a nanny does. Like, I do know what a nanny does, but do nannies live with their employer, or they live in their own home? But be right back. I need to blow my nose. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, so let's read the thing game, the logs, the transcripts. I work days only. I live in Bedford-Stuy. Check with my parents if you don't believe me. I don't know. It could be plausible. It could be plausible. Yeah, let's give it the benefit of that. She said she lives with them. It would be easy to confirm an alibi with them. Yeah. Did she corroborate with the story? Oh, she didn't hear her say shit, did she? Hey, all she said was about the bird. So it must be the top one. Yeah. We're in a roll today, guys. I feel smart today.
Did you know Neil Jensen very well?
You mean, were we lovers?
That wasn't where I was going.
But since you brought the subject up...
No, he was my employer, that's all. I liked him, though. We had a lot of good talks. He was interested in stuff, you know? Ideas. He was really interested when he found out I was a Wiccan. He liked to
What the
ask questions.
fuck is a Wiccan? Does this rule her out as a suspect? No, not really. Just because he liked her. Right? I mean... Just because he liked her doesn't mean that, you know... She's... No. Yeah, she could have easily killed him. Haven't had time to check her alibi yet, and then he's always lying about Simon Briscoe said there was a young woman fit some point. Did Briscoe say anything like that? No, I'm trying to check her alibi. Yeah, exactly. We need to talk to her mom and daddy. Mommy and daddy. Need mommy and daddy to corroborate. And whatever they say need to be consistent and lies in with what she says.
How did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen get along? Did they fight?
All married couples fight sometimes, I guess. I don't plan to get married myself.
I used to say that too.
Yeah, I said it a bunch. Yeah, never did me any good.
That's what I say also.
Everybody fights in front of the nanny.
Press the topic further? Yeah, we could. Why? The nanny's cute? The nanny's being unhelpful and combative? Not really. The widow stated her nanny was acting suspicious. Fighting in front of nanny could be a sign of serious malnutrition, yeah. Wickens, yeah, what the heck is a Wickens? But that might be a red herring, no? Let me go fight him.
What did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen fight about when they fought?
The usual. Money. I guess he was better at spending it than making it, and new babies cost a lot. He was pretty pissed when she cut off his allowance.
Allowance? How old was he, 12?
Hey, don't tell her I told you that. I want their nice as it is.
Could there be trouble in... Well, financial troubles which cause an argument, yeah. You know, parents like to, you know, save some money for emergencies, and you should always put your family first, you know. So, yeah, I think it needs to be tension. There was tension between Jensen's thought about the baby, Jensen's thought about money. Which conclusion is not supported by the nanny's words, the tension between her and Mrs. Jensen. Technically, it's the top one, no? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Here's my bus. Gotta run.
Right.
Come on, let's talk to the widow.
I don't feel like there was anything that insinuated that, but okay, whatever. I fucked up. Almost close, guys. I got a B.
We quite understand, Mrs. Jensen. You've been through a terrible shock.
Please call me Ellie. And I apologize again in advance. I'm going to have to cut this short when Noah wakes up at 3:55.
Ellie, there's not I in Ellie.
It's the other way
That's
around.
read
Wait
as
and
L,
see.
no?
You could set your watch by him.
Okay, let's talk about. We're gonna dive in, you know, personal right away. Just doing our
Your
job.
husband was a writer.
Oh, maybe I've read some of his work.
I doubt it. I didn't mean that the way it sounds. You don't by any chance subscribe to the Metamodernist Quarterly.
So your husband wasn't about to become the next John Grisham.
Wasn't that difficult for you? I mean, him not bringing in a regular income?
We got by. I believed in my husband's work, detective, and thankfully my income was sufficient to support both of us comfortably. I'm principal at PS 84.
I don't know if that's meant to mean something, but okay. Missing personal item. Is that red herring? Let's click on it.
Was your husband missing anything when you found him? Any valuable personal items?
His wallet?
Was on him. $8 and a MasterCard.
His Rolex.
Didn't. No.
No Rolex on the body.
I gave it to him on our 10-year anniversary. It's engraved. He always wore it.
Probably pawned it off for money.
Marie Velasquez.
This may be an indelicate question, but your husband never...
Neil liked to flirt, but he wasn't a cheater.
You're sure?
I know what goes on in my house. I'm sure of that. And I installed a nanny cam to make extra sure.
Oh shit, nanny cam. Neil's history.
Anything you can tell me about your husband's background?
Is he a gambler?
He had a poker problem in college when I first knew him. Junior year, I had to cover his student fees because he'd gambled away the money his parents gave him. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but I worried maybe he was falling back into old habits.
Okay, that's possible. That's possible. I can see. Where was Neil last
Do
night?
you know where your husband went last night?
I have no idea. He left the house around 9, said he'd be back late, and I shouldn't worry.
But you did.
Of course, but no more than usual. This was par for the course for Neil. When he's working on a new story, he'll go off on research expeditions. Often at strange hours, sometimes for days at a time. And he never talks about it till he has a rough draft on paper. Doesn't want anyone to influence his thought process.
Does her statement contradict the time of death? Let's read it again. He left the house around 9. He said he would be back late. No, we established that he got stabbed around 2ish, and he was found dead by the doorstep, the porch where we went on the porch, sorry, the doorstep around 4ish. So I wouldn't say contradict, no. As you know, Ellie said Neil left at 2 p.m. He died. What? That's not true. It was vague on whether Neil was out late. Elle said he left at 9. He died at 4 a.m. More than enough time to be attacked. Yes. It's a third one. He died at 4 a.m., not 2 a.m. He got stabbed. The reports suggest that his arteries got lacerated around 2 a.m. Let's put it that way. Should we talk about his allowance? No, I don't feel the need. We can talk about his spending habits.
Any idea what Mr. Jensen wasted your money on?
God knows. Like I said, he was very closed-mouthed about his research expeditions.
Prostitutes. Joking. Very closed-mouthed about his research expedition. I mean, if the husband don't want to talk about it, he doesn't want to talk about it. So if she doesn't know, she doesn't know. Do you believe her? Yeah. No? Why?
What's that noise?
Our chickens. Henny, Penny, and Maxine. You've never seen chickens in New York?
Well, sure, but they usually come with biscuits and a side of mashed
Yeah,
potatoes.
I eat the fried
We're behind
chicken.
the times, officers. Urban farming is the wave of the future. Fosters a connection to the earth. Plus, once you've tasted homegrown eggs, those watery factory-produced things just make you gag.
Okay. Chicken blood.
One of the things we're trying to make sense of here, Ellie, is we found avian blood on your husband's clothes.
Avian?
Bird blood.
I know what the word means. It's just very odd.
That's what we thought.
Maybe your husband slaughtered a chicken for dinner last night?
I don't think so. He doesn't take much of an interest in them, to be honest. They're more my thing. He only helps out when it's something I can't bring myself to do.
Like, chop the chicken's head off. I don't know. Neil and the chickens.
About those chickens of yours, what do you mean when you say Neil would do the things you couldn't bring yourself to do?
Well, Raccoon's got one once, and he cleaned up the mess, but that was ages ago. And I made him get rid of Roger last July.
Roger?
A cockerel. He started out as Rebecca. See, keeping hens is perfectly legal in New York City, but it's
Yeah,
against
the loud
the law
noises
to
and
keep
stuff.
a rooster.
Makes sense to me.
We raised our brood from chicks. And of course all chicks look alike. They're sexed before they're sold, but the process isn't foolproof. We bought 4 hens.
And one of them turned out to be a rooster.
Right. By the time we found out she was a he, I had grown fond of him. I didn't have the heart to get rid of him myself, so I made Neil do it. But like I said, that was practically a year ago.
Do you know what he did with it?
He took it back to the farm we got it from, in New Jersey. Cora's Cluckers. I can give you their number. They know us there.
Or it could be that, you know, he took the cockerel and went into those illegal underground cockfighting. That I saw here from time to time.
Your husband's allowance.
No.
Do you believe her? I don't know. Do we believe the nanny or do we believe her? Say no. From appearing, it was completely empty. Jean-Marie stayed, cut off her ex-husband financially. Cut her allowance, right? Yeah, that's the one. Yep. Good job,
Who told
detective.
you that, Ada Marie?
We're not at liberty to divulge.
She's alluding to the fact that I took Neil's name off the savings account last week. I didn't enjoy doing it, but...
Yes?
When Neil was in research mode, he spent money. Well, recklessly. He'd get so caught up in his work, prudence would go out the window. I used to put up with it, but new babies are expensive.
Talk about new
There
babies.
goes the alarm.
3:55.
What'd I tell you? Right on schedule.
Okay, 5 out of 6 is not bad. I didn't know what the one I fucked up on. Okay.
Writing in your diary?
It's not a diary. It's a journal.
What kind of journal?
None of your business. Did you call Cora's Cluckers?
It's what he's eating,
she
I guess.
remembers Neil Jensen.
He's on
Said he never
lockdown.
brought her any roosters.
Full monitoring from
sure?
Sounds sure.
the wifey.
Matter of fact, she was away at the state fair on the day Jensen supposedly brought the bird in.
So he lied to the little woman, huh? Our victim had a questionable character.
Imagine you're a husband, and not the most responsible husband in the world.
That's quite an imaginative leap.
Your wife gives you a live rooster and tells you to take it by public transportation all the way to New Jersey to get rid of it. What do?
You sure as hell don't take it all the way to Jersey. I dump it in the closest spot I can find and go catch a ball game.
Right. And there's only so many places you can take a live chicken if you're too squeamish to kill it. Huang's Live Poultry, 1521 Barry. Just 6 blocks from the Jensen house.
Sounds some Chinese place.
Check them out.
Underground cockfighting.
Farm animals in the middle of Brooklyn. I've lived in this city my whole life and it never ceases to surprise me.
Oh, we serve everyone here. We've got kosher slaughter for our Jewish clients, halal for the Muslims.
And if I'm in the mood for pork chops,
For that, we've got a Dominican butcher.
he covers all bases.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Okay, but be quick. The dinner rush is gonna start any minute.
Okay, ID.
This guy ever come in here?
No.
Look again.
Mr. Huang, I thought you said you serve everyone here. How can you be so sure you haven't served him?
Yeah, what I mean is, everybody but wasps. His type usually like their meat wrapped in plastic.
You slaughter your animals here on the premises?
Sure, naturally. Look, my client wants to come in, select an animal, and take home the meat the same afternoon.
Does your client generally want to watch the slaughter?
No, that's against policy. Our abattoir's a separate space in back.
Past the plastic curtain.
Correct.
Is it important to look in the abattoir? Oh. I guess there's no harm, no foul looking. I mean, you know, if we accidentally see a dead body in there, look, obviously we can investigate further, right? I guess it is important. There's no harm in looking inside. If Hong doesn't want you to see your vaccine, it must worth seeing. An arbiter is likely for a place fight. Just from places, it's likely a place you get a sample of even blood. Bottom one, I guess. Inspect employees. Do you talk about employees? Yeah,
How
might as
many
well.
employees you got?
6, 3 in front, 3 in back.
You look into their backgrounds before you hire them?
They're all citizens, detective.
You sure about that?
Listen, I serve immigrant customers, so I hire immigrant workers. Good workers. Just because a guy wasn't born in this country, does that make him a murder suspect? That sounds like racial profiling to me.
I mean, immigrant workers. I mean, that's no. They're all citizens. Is anything odd about what you said? Even if it was odd, I mean, just put yes, but I don't know if it is odd or not. It is odd, okay. Let's see what the reasonings are. His aspect were disproportionate to the offence. He mentioned a murder suspect, but couldn't. Curtis never said anything about murder. We already learned about the proprietor employs illegal racial profiling as legitimate tools of enforcement. Did he talk about murder suspect? Oh, does that make him a murder suspect? Sounds like racial. How does he know about murder? Okay, okay. Got him. Mr.
I
Huang.
don't believe I said this was a murder investigation.
Well, what else would it be?
Suspect that
We'd
much more.
like to take a look inside your abattoir if you don't mind.
Out of the question.
We're investigating a serious crime, Mr. Huang.
And I'm running a business. I can't let you back there. It would violate health regulations.
We won't tell the inspector. Honest.
The answer is no, not without a warrant.
I don't know the law. Do you need a warrant to check the abattoir? Something tells me yes, but we don't. Can we storm in like that? I mean, it will take what, a day or two maybe to get a warrant. So let's not enter. We abide the law. It's important for the police to foster good relations with local businesses. Unless you get a warrant first, any evidence you find there will be inadmissible in court. It may be dangerous to enter the abattoir unannounced. If we fail to find anything, it will hurt the case. I don't know the law. That's the thing. I mean, the bottom one sounds okay. I think. I won't say it will hurt the case, but you know. But I feel like, you know, if we find evidence, we inadmissible in court because, you know, we don't have a warrant to such. I don't know. Let's go to 1-2. I don't know. Okay. That one made the most sense to be honest out of all four of them.
Hey, Mr. Wang.
One moment, please.
That guy looks suspicious with his tattoo on his arm.
Check out the Rolex.
Sorry for the interruption. One of my butchers has a problem at home.
Mr. Huang, could I ask you where you got that watch?
This? It's just a knockoff. I got it from a guy on 5th Avenue.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Now look here. Enough with the suspicious questions. I'm an American citizen and I got my rights.
Sounds like a no.
Always writes this, writes that. Yeah, we're doing good, boys.
This guy's hiding something.
And you're basing that
Oh,
on...
hello. She's
He's
again.
wearing a
Carmichael.
Rolex. The victim's wife told us he was missing a Rolex, one he never took off.
So wearing a Rolex is now illegal.
He refused to let us check out the back room in his meat market.
Jensen had avian blood on him. That room's the best spot in the neighborhood to find dead birds. There's something back there he doesn't want us to see.
Spare me. As it stands right now, there isn't enough evidence to suggest probable cause. Give me reason to believe that there was something worse than slaughter going on in that room, or you don't get a warrant. And no arrests unless you've got something physical to tie this guy to the victim.
Alright.
Nina Haversham, 32, junior.
She likes to play rough, hard to get. Alright, I
Wait a
see.
minute. Nina Haversham. She was one of the suspects in the preppy jogger case.
So?
Van Buren took us off that one.
Yeah, but remember that little speech he gave back in February? All detectives are encouraged to ask about crimes they're not currently investigating. It's all about spreading the widest possible net. Well, the case may be closed for now, but the net's still open.
Hey, well, happy fishing, partner.
Hey, you know that meat market sells cow skulls?
Now, I know that definitely isn't on your diet. Look what it says in the logs. 3 weeks ago Tuesday, we got
Oops, sorry.
a late-night complaint about noise coming from the meat market.
How late at night?
1:45 a.m.
Sorry, I said old tabs
Then,
again.
2 weeks ago, also on Tuesday, the same noise complaint.
Let me guess. Same thing happened last Tuesday.
About 15 minutes before Neil Jensen was wounded. What do you think?
I think we've got our warrant.
Alright, we got warrant, boys.
All right then. But at least let me watch.
I'm sorry, it's against policy.
Okay, well, we found our bird blood. I'm still not sure what else we're looking for.
Anything that'll tell us what was going on after hours Tuesday night, and whether Neil Jensen was in on it.
Okay. Remember, circle objects to select and grab them. Click on the arrows to navigate around the scene. Select the magnifying lens to consult your search screens. It contains hints on what you need to find. Oh shit, you got knife, saw, butcher knife, some sort of book. Oh, it tells you. A bloody blanket. Okay. 3 possible murder weapons. What is this? Evidence of gambling debts. Okay. Source of alien blood and curved blade. Okay, they're what we need to find. Okay. That's good. I think if we saw it at the bottom, this book's it. Is this could be just a gambling debt? Is it?
cooking.
What's that?
A ledger. And I got a feeling these ain't sales of ground round in here. They look like bets.
I'm telling you, man, this is gonna be
Looks
some
like MJ
underground
owes a bundle
cockfighting
to
shit.
EH.
E.H. Edward Huang.
Alright. There's a thing at the bottom here. There's the blanket.
That's a hell of a lot of blood.
Could have come from a pig or something, I guess, but why would you wrap a pig in a blanket? I mean, a real pig in a real blanket.
Let's take it back to forensics.
Pigs in blanket. Those things are delicious. Okay, we need to find like a saw, some sort of blade, a butcher's knife there. Possible murder
Think
weapon.
this could be our murder weapon?
I don't think so.
Okay, we gotta find. There's no one here.
This could do a guy in.
Sure, but not our guy.
Okay, I need to find. Oh shit, this knife here, I'm guessing.
Van Buren said it was a short, curved blade.
Could be this one here. Oh, because you want this.
Hey, look at this.
A short curved blade.
What do you want to bet it's a match for the murder weapon? Wonder what it is.
Doesn't seem like anything a butcher would use.
Why is he holding it, touching it with his bare hand? Shouldn't he be using a glove? What's the last one? Evidence of some avian blood is what we need to find. So glove. Is that avian blood? No. Here? No. Here? Oh shit, we're fucking up, guys. Avian blood. Bird blood.
Search the garbage.
Hey, nothing I like better than digging through a mound of chicken heads and feathers.
Oh shit, I'm out.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
What'd you find?
It's the carcass of a whole rooster. It's a big one, too. Why do you suppose they just throw it away?
Maybe it died of diphtheria.
Nah, it's all cut up. Wait, let me see that blade again. I know what this is. It's a gaff. They attach these to the claws of... Hey, Mr. Huang! I think you've got some explaining to do.
Can it wait? I got a lot of customers right now.
We can talk out there if you'd rather. I'm sure they'll be interested to hear about how you're running a cockfighting ring.
Ah, cockfighting, of course. Is that, kosher? What do you think, Ray? We got enough to arrest this guy?
Yeah, I say we cuff him for the murder of Neil Jensen.
Murder? Now wait a minute, detectives. Hold everything.
Sure, it all hangs together. Jensen owed a gambling debt to Mr. Huang here.
Got scared of you.
Jensen can't pay up. Huang starts eyeing his Rolex. Neil, thanks for 10 wonderful years. Ellie.
You gotta believe me. I didn't kill him.
Then who did?
Ricardo Guzman, I think.
Where can we find him?
He doesn't have a fixed address. Moves around from couch to couch.
Sounds like me, feels bad, but
Take this guy in.
I'm gonna commit murder then, I guess.
Got his cell number.
What luck.
New career, guys.
You know how to
Gonna be a
follow
butcher.
instructions, Mr. Huang, because we've got a little job for you.
Target guesses. Oh shit. I fucked up.